The Filipino community is fortunate to have the Philippine Heritage Month, both provincially and now nationally. And even before the proclamation, we've always had celebrations in June because that's when the Philippine independence from Spain was proclaimed. And so June really was a month of celebrations and eating and getting together. But of course, with the pandemic, there's a lot of effort to push the celebration virtually. Ever since I moved to Canada, I've always been curious about other people's stories. As soon as I moved here, I'd see a Filipino. We would talk about, why did you move here? When did you move here? And what are you doing? All those stories. And then through the years, I've encountered so many remarkable stories.
He came here in January of 1968.
I did a documentary, which is Paglalayag, the Philippines to Canada journey.
I couldn't get a job in the Philippines.
I wanted to go home, but my daughter said no.
Now, for Philippine Heritage Month, the documentary is released publicly.
I left the Philippines because of martial law.
It can be accessed through the Philippine Arts Council website, so it's not just confined to our community, but it's really the concept of leaving everything behind and starting in a new place. It was initially conceptualized as a live performance because performing arts is my medium, but with the pandemic and the uncertainty of timelines, I decided to convert it to a video project, which actually turned out to be a blessing because the medium actually is preserved. And
it took me 5 years for them to be with me here in Canada. It was a long struggle, long battle, long adjustment, ups and downs.
I'm just so touched that people have entrusted me with their stories and people were so willing to make themselves vulnerable. They've given me their photo albums, their clippings, just because they want their stories to be counted and validated. It's really uniting people and because it humanizes rather than branding a community. When you know the stories, it's really a push about being seen and recognized that we are here in Canada and we have our contributions in the cultural, political, social fabric of Canada.
So I always dreamed to become a chef, but I got that opportunity in Canada.
Fast forward, 14 years living in Canada, I have no regrets.
We all have to pull together and help one another.
Filipino heritage is pretty much essential to who I am.